and stuff like that. Everybody says, I hear Walking Dead has begun. I'm kind of intrigued in the upcoming exit. Yeah, yesterday was episode 2 of season 9.
I hear something.
Uh,
Who's there?
Me, I'm here. Yeah, it is, it's interesting. I don't think you've watched it yet, so I'm definitely not gonna, spoil things, but it's a different, the show feels different now. Especially like the dialogue. The dialogue with the new showrunner is like, I mean, it's good that we're getting dialogue again. Like, they finished murdering these things. What the heck's going on? Why am I stuck? It's like, in previous seasons, characters would, like, not really say anything. The dialogue was just, like, not very believable. It seemed like most of the dialogue in previous seasons was just, like, forced. Except for Negan's, you know, like, monologues and stuff like that. But this time around, like, characters are kind of acting like how they should be. So that's kind of been a nice little change to watch. And like, characters have also started to reference like past events and stuff, which is kind of cool. But like, really, like, it's still The Walking Dead. It's still, you know, like, building up to obviously what the first half of the season I think is gonna be. I don't know, but it's interesting, to say the least. Start using this here.
Now.
Brevity says, is it a hot mess? Walking Dead feels different? Has it finally happened? It's been 6 years. I mean, the story is just always going to be the same. Whoa. Yo, I got startled.
Someone's coming. Yes, we're not alone.
Like, the story is mostly going to be, like, the same. Like, find a place to settle down in a place.
Break a sweat.
Bad people come and take it, or try to take it, and fight and all that stuff. Like, that's just like a reoccurring thing that's happened pretty much throughout the entire show. But yeah, I mean, like, right now, like, it's kind of early on still, but there has been some improvement, and that's mainly like in characters and dialogue, pretty much from what I've seen. Look who's using that super useful Demo Expert 2 throwing arc that someone bugged for ages to get, Kappa. Yeah. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. Yeah, I mean, I would say for you to probably check out Season 9 of The Walking Dead and just see what you think. I mean, it's not like it's amazing or anything, but, you know, it is the final, you know, season of Rick Grimes, so I think everyone wants to see how that plays out. And, you know, hopefully, I don't know, Walking Dead gets good or something. I don't know. What is this? This is like a freaking school kid. Someone's getting their head stuck in a toilet. I forgot what the term is. I forgot what the term is when you do that. I want to say it's like I want to say it's like called a swirly, but I think that was just a term that was used in like Hey Arnold or something. That's kind of funny. I kind of would have to get through season 7 and season 8, says Remingtons. Oh man, I mean, I think that's up to you if you want to do that, I guess.
Wouldn't
It's
want to waste now, would we?
it's not I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's really recommended, but I mean, you could maybe watch like the last couple episodes of season 8, but then again, like, you're gonna see some characters and you're gonna be like, who the freak are these characters? Giant Vim, I can take this? I could just take a giant Vim bottle. I think it is a swirly. Yeah, okay. That was right. Ow, dude. I got hammered to death by super mutants, I guess. I got a bit more time this month, so I could. I'm currently on an homage to the horror month. Horror month. Yeah, I know. We need to freaking play like a horror game or something, or... I mean, but to be honest, Far Harbor is kind of, you know, spooky. Kind of a horror type game already. But like, I'm sure we'll finish Far Harbor before the end of the month. And I think what I'm going to do is maybe like this fire looks really weird. I think what I'll probably do is like the first half of the week will be like I'll probably go to like Resident Evil 1, and then like Friday and maybe like a weekend or something we'll be back to Fallout 4, so that way I can kind of switch it up a little bit.
Got it.
Because, you know, once we finish Far Harbor, the next thing that we've got to do is like, I mean, there's still various stuff to do in the Commonwealth, like companion quests and locations and stuff like that. But the big things that we have to do is just going to be the last DLC, which is Nuka World, and then the main story, and then we're done with this game. But that being said, that's still a lot of hours that I've got to freaking put in. But I think that's what I'll probably do once we finish up Far Harbor, is we'll throw in Resident Evil 1 or something until the end of the month or whatever, and then come back to Fallout 4. And then hopefully next year in October, I'll make sure that we're not playing like, you know, a long RPG game or something that's gonna affect like trying to play like horror type games, or horror games with horror like in the game, not like jump scares or something, just like kind of spooky games. That's not necessarily like Outlast or whatever, but anyways, that's the plans. We still got what is it, like freaking like 16 days left in October. Rhoda says binged Nightmare on Elm Street, half of Halloween, and some Friday the 13th. Man, those 80s movies were silly. Yeah. Like some of the effects, some of the story and stuff like that, some of the characters, yeah. My dad, like all that stuff, my dad loves that stuff. Like AMC's got that Horror Fest or Fear Fest thing where they're showing like pretty much like non-stop horror movies. I'm sure he's probably gonna watch some of that stuff. And he's very interested in the new Halloween movie, I think. I don't know when that's coming out. This week? Next week? I don't remember. But yeah, he's a big fan of all that stuff. I watched all the Nightmare on Elm Streets, and some of the Halloweens and some of the Friday the 13th, but I prefer Freddy Krueger over everyone else. Everybody says I like practical effects, sometimes over CGI, unless CGI is well done. Yeah, like I love the practical effects and stuff like that. Like Walking Dead tries to do some of that, but they still throw in some CG stuff. But yeah, practical stuff is so rare nowadays. But like there are some good effects back in those movies. But the plots and stuff, characters dying and being brought back, yeah. Don't get me started on Freddy. Oh man. I guess we'll read this. Let me read this and then we'll get back to horror stuff. Adult price $40 for this tour here. Covers the history of the company, the Reed family, and unique following of the Vim beverage. So we'll get to learn a bit about Nuka-Cola's rival, the Vim Corporation. Factory tour and tasting, $70. The Vim factory showing how the beverage is made, bottled, and shipped, including a taste test of current and in-development drinks. This reminds me of that Futurama episode where Fry is like, he's very obsessed with Slurm, which is the soda in Futurama. He goes to the factory and he sees how it's made and stuff and how like just nasty it is. That was a fun episode. Futurama. All that. Tour notes number 1. Founded in 1931, Vim is the oldest soda pops in the country. Originally sold as a health tonic, it found widespread popularity for many years, though it has been slower to reach a national audience than certain other brands. Vim is a state tradition and may soon be named the official state drink. Still owned and operated by the Reed family, the building front you came in through is a recreation of the original factory, which burned down in 2026. If you will follow me to the theater, you can see a short film on the history of Vim. I freaking wish I could go there and watch the thing, but you can't. So that was tour notes 1. 2 is missing. What does 3 say? Wait for guests to congregate after a 10-minute break following the history of Vim presentation. Now that you've seen the factory or the history of Vim, we will soon begin the factory tour and tasting, where you can see how our beloved beverages are made and try out some of the new flavors we are currently developing. If you are not continuing with us on this tour portion, we welcome you to visit the gift shop next door. Gotta spend that money. And we also now shipping internationally if you ever want to send a case of Vim home or to a loved one. So there's that. All right. Good practical effects, unlike Wampa. What do you mean? The Wampa was a practical effect, yes? I'm pretty sure that whole thing, because it's kind of cheesy. Like when that thing's coming towards him and he cuts off the arm. Like that's gotta be practical, Remingtons. I know what you're on about, man. Vim. Got upstairs and all that stuff. Okay. This elevator? Vim Factory. I guess that's a separate place. I don't want to go in there just yet. I'm pretty sure that's a separate thing. Yeah, separate thing. Okay. Nice dodge. Ugh. Yeah, I don't want to go in here right now. Let's finish looking at the corporate stuff and then go back in there. Halloween, though. I prefer this. Like, I don't know, I guess holiday or month out of all the other months. Halloween. Though I don't like scary games. I don't really watch scary movies like, you know, of this current era. I don't know. I just like the Halloween theme. Vim parking lot. So there's a parking lot. There's the factory portion. Factory floor. Okay. All right. Let's see what's inside the store here. We got a lot to check out in here, and I will check it all out while we talk about stuff. Soma.
Sweet.
Watching a conductor at the orchestra.
Soma was good, but like, I think because like everyone was like, "Oh my god, dude, this game is so good," and like, it really makes you contemplate life or contemplate life and stuff like that. It was like, it like got hyped up so much that like I didn't really experience or think about any of that stuff like I guess most people did. It was a good game, but I don't know. It was a fun time. Grab this. That guy is still getting shocked and tortured to this day. Has there been any news on what that studio is working on right now? Like, I know that at the time that we played that game, they were like working on whatever next game that they were making, but I don't know if anything's been said about that. Like a name, or if we've seen any like screenshots or trailers or anything like that. This guy was eating some pork and beans. Lunch in here. I would be interested in like the next game that they make. Vim's Captain's Blend. That looks cool. That's like a Quantum and Nuka Cherry, pretty much. As long as it's not like, you know, just like jump scare every freaking corner or whatever. I mean, I don't think their games are really meant like that. Like even like Amnesia. But never know. They're working on 2 unannounced projects as far as I know. Look like freezing is back. Gonna be right back. Okay. I hope it fixes for you, man. That's gotta be so infuriating, especially if it's like not just happening on my stream, if it's like literally any other stream that you follow or want to watch or whatever. That would drive me mad, dude. That would drive me mad. Madison's Terminal. All this stuff. Open it up.
Nice.
No one's ever heard that song before, but it's... Burn Hollywood Burn. Alright, Madison's Terminal. Are you flipping kidding me? Look, game, I have been able to open things up, read terminals while in power armor, but for some reason, in this freaking game, it just like... I'm gonna do that. Here, hang, let me see this.
Hey.
All right.
I'm very, picky when it comes to this, and I don't like having a 99 fusion core and not being used, so I'm gonna hand all those over to him, so that way when the current fusion core goes out, we'll switch to this one, and then I can
All
just,
ears.
you know, have one fusion core at a time instead of multiple. Let's read this. Kicks. Opens?
That's it.
Nice. Open it up. Schedule. Safe control. I think that was the safe that I opened. Talk with Willis in manufacturing to sort out hazard pay. Lunch with AC. Call Vernon Conroy at Nuka to set up a meeting with board member. Vernon Conroy. I'm thinking Conrad. For some reason. I don't know why. the Conrad from Mass Effect. Sheriff's Department for update on Barbara. Working on getting Iris to release the recipe for Captain's Blend. Meeting AC at bowling alley. I don't know who this AC is. Quarterly earnings report. Gross income 72 million. Taxes. Payroll. Production, distributing. Dang, after all of that. Hey yo, you made 3 million. I think that's million. Internal mail reply. How dare you? Sender D. Reed, how dare you? Miss Young, I don't care how many times the investors ask you to schedule a meeting with Nuka. My family is still the majority stockholder and I am still the CEO. You hear me? Vernon Conroy is a snake. We will never work with Nuka. And if you ever go behind my back again to set up meetings with our competitors, your employment with Vim will immediately be terminated. God, dude. Too soon to start production. Madison, what the heck? Leroy down in production said you were asking for the recipe for Captain's Blend to set up a bulk order for production. He doesn't have the recipe because because we haven't even finished our cycle of taste testing yet. I know it's testing well so far, but Doyle promised we wouldn't rush this out to the market till we had time to refine it. You of all people know we can't afford to have this one fail. Iris. W. Rudd, hazard pay. You gotta be kidding me. How can you spend money on this big marketing push and not have money to pay our staff hazard pay? That was the third truck that was hit this week. I'm telling you, someone is out to get us and I can't ask the guys to risk their safety for standard payment. All this marketing bullcrap doesn't even amount to anything if the pop ain't on the shelves. Willis Rudd, everybody. Alright, so that's Madison Young's email. Safe control, yeah, I already unlocked it. Okay. Let's finish. Vim factory roof. Okay. Guess we're gonna be going in there. Open this up. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. While we're looking around here. Did I already look over here? I don't think I did. Here this door goes. Factory? I hope the factory isn't like too like large.
Yes.
I mean, we'll have time to do main story stuff. So I hope that it's not like too big or whatever. The island. Okay, so that's another entrance. Vim Captain's Blend, bourbon, whiskey. Yep, take it all. Take it all. Okay, so there's this guy's terminal. Can't do that while I'm power up. Let's see the CEOs. Uh-oh. I saved it before we did this. Man, I freaking hate how this happens sometimes. What is it, F9 to reload, I think? So I'll read through all these terminals, and then when we're looking down there, talk about some of the music that I've been listening to.
The detective's life isn't an easy one, but it
God, you coming here with that sword, bro. Was that a holotape to the right? Don't you remember that? Warfare, dude. No warfare. Include. Devolve. Release? Perfect. It happened. Doyle Reed. This is the CEO of Vim. The air sirens went off. I've locked myself in the office, but the reports I've heard on the radio are not good. Okay, so this is when the Great War occurs. I can't imagine they would attack here, but who knows what the Chinese will do. Shit, I just heard an explosion outside the building. It can't be them. Why the hell would they attack a pop factory? Oh god, I've got to get out of here. Oh my goodness. Terrifying, dude. Looks like I'm going to have to meet... I guess this is before all that stuff happened. Looks like I'm going to have to meet with the members of the board to clear up this takeover mess. I'm not going to let Nuka bully me into selling the company. We already lost a trademark battle on courts. We're probably going to have to see sales of it by the end of the year. I just need to get them to keep faith till we can get Captain's Blend out and start shipping our drinks nationally. We finally got everything nearly in place. We just need to get over the last few hurdles and we can compete on a large scale. Alright, let's read his mail here. Madison Young, the investors called Conroy. Sorry, I didn't mean to go around you. The other investors said they talked with Vernon Conroy and said that the various financial troubles from the past year, that if we didn't at least schedule a meeting to discuss it with them, they might sell their stock to him directly. That we're being attacked. Troubles in distribution. Coincidences? But with respect, sir, you're wrong. This isn't just a couple of random muggings or thefts. Our trucks have been stolen, shot up, our drivers jumped. Even the machine technicians are reporting weird stuff. What is this, freaking Breaking Bad, dude? This is just some bad luck. Oh. Dude, by the way, while we're on the topic of that, or why I just brought that up, Better Call Saul, dude. The season finale of, I think it's season 4, that just happened a couple of weeks ago. God, it's so good, man. That show is fantastic, and I think I'm able to enjoy that show a little bit more because I watched Breaking Bad. Because if you've never seen Breaking Bad and you're like, I'll start with Better Call Saul first, I don't think it's gonna be as special. Although story-wise it makes sense, but it's not as special as already knowing what happens in Breaking Bad and then seeing some of the stuff kind of start to come together. Because the timeline from Better Call Saul to Breaking Bad now is getting shorter and shorter. And I honestly think the next season for Better Call Saul will be the last one. I can't imagine it going on any longer than 5 seasons, but whew, that show is the best on TV, man. Pretty good. Captain's Blend, Mr. Reed, I can't believe people are actually liking this Captain's Blend. I thought Norman was crazy when he asked me to put the taste of Maine in a bottle. I'm actually a little hesitant to share what's in the recipe yet, because I don't think you're going to believe it. What is it, crabs? We can do a limited release, but you really need to give it some more time testing. Another offer from Mr. Conroy. Vernon Conroy from Nuka called again today. He's upped the initial buyout offer by 5% and said he'll be sending copies of the offer to our investors if you don't start returning those phone calls. Are you sure you don't want to take this offer? Our finances have been in bad shape for years now, sir. I know you have a lot of family pride left, or family pride in the company, but would it really be the worst thing to work under the umbrella of Nuka? And then this guy never sold. Alright. Yep, there was a holotape. Well, as a password. Really? I was hoping this guy was gonna, talk. Tell me that the bombs are falling and stuff like that, but... that's not. going on here with it? Yeah, I need to fix the green screen. I have too much of the green screen is like too much on that side compared to this side, so I need to like tighten it up a little bit more. That was the first time I saw that, so it's fine. Okay. I think we're gonna go check out marketing terminal. Well, it's marketing. There's honestly not gonna be anything good in there. So let's just skim through it and then we'll go into the factory. Guess we'll start at the top over there and then work our way down. God damn, dude. Come on, let me exit here. Holy moly. Marketing terminal. Green for the green screen. No. Is there any words that end with an N? No. It's got to be like one of the E's, I guess. Yes.
That's it.
Marketing plans. Let's look at this. Well, actually, never mind. Ale. Marketing. That's great news. D. Reed. I was totally convinced after the issue of the bar fight that the governor was going to completely drop us from becoming the state beverage. I don't know how you managed to convince her to at least see how the case turns out. Dang. Have to delay TV ads. Madison Young. Norman, I know you don't want to hear this, but we have to cancel the TV ads till January with the litigation and having to replace trucks and other machinery. I don't have the funds available. Okay. Alex is being framed. This guy, man. He's like the detective in the Vim Corporation. Downplay the incident at the bar, but I'm telling you, Alex didn't do anything to that gal. We had 3 other guys there from the factory, and they saw the whole thing. He stood up to go get a beer, and when he turned around, she socked him right in the eye. He hadn't even gotten his vision straight when he punched her back. It was all just reflex. He's a former military. She did hit him first, but it's not how the laws work. Although, you know, a woman's coming at me and she's like, got the intent to kill me, like with a knife or something. I think all bets are off. I'm defending for my life, you know? But who knows? I don't know why we're on this topic, but I'm just saying, I guess, what I would do if that happened to me, if I was that guy. I don't know. The taste of Maine. What the hell does that even mean, the taste of Maine? What is it that you think Maine tastes like? You want me to put trees and fog in a bottle, or what? Oh, I know. We'll put lobster and fiddleheads in there. Maybe a plaid shirt, too. I get that you're trying to push the local speciality thing, but come on, this is ridiculous. Iris, R&D. Marketing plans. Vim ambassador. Staff have been having problems with crime. One of the suits of power armor was stolen right off the truck. That's the one we found. Another of our ambassadors ended up in the hospital after some gal at the bar apparently beat the hell out of him. That's terrible. He said that he hasn't even spoken to her, and she just cold clocked him out of the blue, but she told a reporter that he grabbed her. That sucks. That's a scandal. Escape to Adventure. Roll out the Escape to Adventure branding so far. Has met very good success marketing, all that, blah, blah, blah. 56% said they would be likely to buy a bottle of Vim after seeing the ads. Developing a name for the female figure, which could help the audience in branding. Captain's Blend. Tentatively branded as Captain's Blend has been a far bigger success than we could have imagined, despite initial protests by R&D at a request for the drink that captured the taste of Maine. The test formula they have developed seems to be very popular with tasters. Very strange considering the #1 term used to describe the flavor so far has been fishy. Yeah. It's got some fish guts in there. All right. There's the mascot, the lady pilot, the Amelia Earhart. Pretty cool. All right, now let's go in the factory and freaking look at everything that's in there. We'll start at the factory rooftop or something. In factory roof. Guess we'll check this out. The Robo-Brain, constructed by General Atomics International before the Great War.